Happy Earth Month, aka Greenwashing Month.
Saying that. Who said that? Who said that? Who said that?
Child, where do I even begin? Hey friends, welcome to the Conscious and Chic YouTube channel. I'm Kathleen. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back. As you can see, we're outside. And so if there's any noise or if the lighting changes, we're outside. Today we're here to talk about the difference between sustainable brands and brands that might be involved in some greenwashing. So let's get into it. Greenwashing is a marketing tactic that some brands will use to pretend to be more sustainable than they are. And in this video, we're gonna talk about different things that you can look at so that you can be as sure as you can be. Something that I have to say about this is that marketing is marketing. It is gonna do what it's gonna do. And if you've purchased from a brand that maybe you thought was sustainable and then you realized they were not sustainable, give yourself grace. You're on a journey. You're trying to figure this out. And also, there's no perfect brand. It's more about progress than it is about perfection. Use the things that I'm gonna share today so you can put your money towards things that you really believe in, because that's important. Understanding that you have purchasing power. That's why it's called purchasing power. Your money has power and you want to be able to put it towards things that you really want to support. Can you hear the birds? I don't know if you can hear them, but these are actually the woods that, if you follow me on Instagram, I post every single morning when we have our morning check-ins. These are the same woods that I can see from my balcony, and I can hear the birds. I don't know if you can hear them. All right, let me get back on topic. One of the first things that you want to look at when trying to decipher if a brand is sustainable or not is their message. Is it transparent or is it kind of vague? Are they being ambiguous on purpose? Are they using really big words to try to confuse you? Are they being straightforward? Because if a brand is sustainable, they will be straight with you. They will have the information on their websites. It will be easy for you to know what certifications they have, what steps they're taking. But brands that are greenwashing will be vague. They'll be ambiguous. They'll try to confuse you. So or the information will be really, really hard to find. Or you'll be able to find just a little bit of information, but nothing else. And so look at whether they're being honest, transparent about wages, about their supply chain, about where their things come from. Can you see where the things are being manufactured? Or are they really keeping a veil over that information so that you leave kind of confused and not knowing whether you can trust them or not? Something else that's really important for you to pay attention to as I'm finishing my makeup is some greenwashing brands will focus on a single attribute. And what that means is that they'll take something that they're doing well, whether it's that they're using organic ingredients or maybe their products are 100% cotton, and then they will focus on that as a way to distract you from the other things that might not be as good about their product, about their supply chain. And basically they're using it as a sort of smoke screen to say, look over here, look at the good thing, one thing, maybe two things that we're doing really well, and basically asking you not to pay attention to everything else. It's a marketing strategy. It's quite misleading and it's pretty widespread. So you really want to do your research and make sure that the thing or the things that the brands are claiming are not basically the only things that they're doing right, but that they're part of a real commitment to being sustainable and a real commitment to making sure that their products and the claims that they're making are more than just smoke screens, but that they are really committed to what they say they're committed to. I can't do my eyebrows and talk at the same time, so let me just fill them in really quick. And I have to say, I love this eyebrow pencil. I got it as a gift from Give, and I had never seen an eyebrow pencil. Well, I guess I can talk into my eyebrows at the same time, huh? Okay. We just dispelled that. And I got this eyebrow pencil as part of a PR, but I'm definitely buying it again because I checked it on EWG. It got a 1, so it's very clean. And then I also love the design. Let me clean it a little bit, but I had never seen this design before. You see this? Please focus. It's made doing my eyebrows so easy and seamless and beautiful. Like, they look so natural. Focus on me. So natural. I absolutely love this. Thank you so much, Gwen Stefani. You did that with this one. The next thing you want to look at is if the brand has a limited sustainable product range. Now, I have mixed feelings about this one because part of me knows that there is still a lot of proof that needs to be done in this space, especially for big and larger retailers that are used to doing business the way that they're used to doing it. And now consumers are asking more and more to have sustainable options. And so sometimes these brands will create these limited ranges of products so that they can see if there's actually people who are going to buy it, if it's actually viable. So I have mixed feelings because on one end, it can be used to greenwash, showing that there's one side of their line that is sustainable, that is conscious, or that is organic, while the rest of their supply chain and the rest of their products are done with more conventional ways, which are most often than not really bad for the environment. And so on one end, I understand the need to do a proof of concept, but on the other end, I also understand how that limited range could be used as a form of greenwashing. So you want to be careful. You want to support more sustainable ranges in those big companies and even reach out to them, email them, message them, leave messages on their social media saying, we love this, we want more of this, in the hopes that they will change their entire line. But also be aware that sometimes they have no commitment to doing anything about the other lines that they carry, but they only want to tap into the conscious consumer. And for them, it's just another sector of people, another segment of the population that they can make money with. Yeah. So here is the finished look. Now, on to the next tip, but we're gonna change locations for this one. Something that can help you make the difference between a brand that is sustainable and one that might be involved in greenwashing is certifications. Certifications like B Corp, GOATS, FSC, and USDA will really help you make the difference, because that means that these brands had to go through some rigorous assessments to be able to make the claims that they're making. Those certifications are given by third parties, and so they're there simply to see whether what the brand is saying is true or not. And that's great for you and me when we're trying to shop, to see those certifications, because that lets us know that the claims that the brand is making are actually true. Now, I want to do a little caveat on this though, because they can be expensive, and sometimes small businesses, smaller brands that are made by hand really, really well might not be able to afford those certifications. And so I wouldn't say if a brand doesn't have a certification to immediately say, okay, they're not sustainable, they're lying, they're no good. But what I am saying is that those certifications, especially when you're looking at bigger brands who have the budgets, they really help you make really good decisions, and they really help you know whether what they're saying is true or if they might be involved in a little bit of greenwashing. I'm gonna link the ones that I know are reputable in the description box so you can look into them to see what they actually mean, and also so you can be aware of the ones that are reputable, because some certifications are not real, which is mind-blowing, but we move on. Something else I want to recommend on the same wavelength of third parties is independent reviews and feedback. A lot of brands will have reviews, whether it's from people like you and me or other independent sources like blogs, websites, and also apps. I want to recommend the Good On You app. They look at the impact of, I think they look at any brands, and you can also suggest brands if you want them to look into a brand. But basically you can go on their app, put the name of a brand, and they'll show you the brand's impact on people, animals, and the environment. They'll look at their supply chain, where their materials are from, how they pay their people, which is very important, and they'll let you know if this brand is good, if it's great, if it needs improvement, or if it's no good at all and that you should stay away. I'll make sure to link it in the description box below so you can download the app, and it can help you navigate the space, because it can be really hard to tell whether a brand is good or not, or sometimes we can also get caught up in thinking a brand is either good or bad, which is not always the case. Sometimes they have things that they're doing well and certain things that need improvement. So this type of app really helps you make better judgments and decide also what values are most important to you, because a brand might be doing really well in the area of people, but if what you care about is really more animals and they're doing really bad in that area, it might be something that you want to know. Hey, real quick, if you're not subscribed yet but you like content about fashion, travel, beauty, food, and also leveling up and living on purpose, this is the channel for you. I post videos like this every single week, and actually this month I'm posting twice a week. Go ahead, subscribe, join the tribe, and hit that notification button so you don't miss any of my future uploads. I would love to have you, and also continue to grow with you, continue to grow this channel with you, continue to grow in life, and just to build this community. So if it's your vibe, go ahead and subscribe and join the tribe. One thing that you'll notice about brands who are really serious about being sustainable is their long-term commitment. And you can see that long-term commitment in the investments that they make. If they make investments in that area, they will let you know. They will be clear about it. They will show you their plan. Maybe it's 10 years, 20 years, 30-year plans, and how they are actively pursuing those goals that they set for themselves, and it will be clear to you. I know we talked a little bit earlier about ambiguity. There will be nothing ambiguous about their long-term commitment to this. They will live and breathe it. It will be obvious that they are year after year. If you follow them, if you look at their reports, if you consistently check in with their sustainability section in their website, even their social media, you'll see that they are in it to win it. They're committed, and they're gonna do it for the long term. Last thing that you wanna look at is communication. Brands are often, especially now in the age of social media, getting called out for XYZ, fill in the blank. And their response is something that you wanna pay attention to. A brand that is greenwashing might often maybe offer some platitudes, or they might be defensive, or they might not answer at all because they know they've been caught. But brands that are serious about their commitment will receive the feedback, they'll receive it in a positive way, and they'll make changes and make sure to report back on those changes afterwards, because they want to know what their consumers care about, and they take those things very seriously. This is not a game to them. This is not just a marketing ploy. This is their bread and butter. This is what they believe in. Those brands will communicate, they will respond, and then they will act on the feedback. You'll be able to reach out to them and get a response. Now, it might take a little bit of a while if they're a small company. I'm not saying that their customer service is a reflection of their sustainability, but there is going to be a certain level of care and attention given whenever somebody gives them feedback, or when consumers say that they don't like something that's happened on the stance of sustainability specifically, or their practices or their values, they'll address it, and you'll be able to actually have a conversation with them that's going to be fruitful. But greenwashing brands, they don't have time for that, because it was just a marketing ploy, and once it's given the results that it needed, they're gonna move on. Before we wrap up this video, you know I have to give you some next steps so we can take this from the screen to real life. What you're gonna do first is list the brands that you know and love, the brands that you already shop, and the brands that you're thinking of shopping, and then get the Good On You app and look at their rating. Look at the information that Good On You has already put together for you, and see if they align with your values. Also, you want to go on their website, look for their certifications, look at their sustainability section on their website to see if it aligns with your values. And don't be afraid. If it's confusing, email them, ask them about it, and see what they say. Last but not least, check out my blog post. I made a list just for you of my favorite sustainable brands. Actually, I should mention that today I'm wearing Amour Vert, beautiful brands with great values and chic pieces. I'm gonna include a little clip of me wearing this dress. I wore it a little bit differently, but you get the vibe. It's very cute. You'll see me wear it again because I'm a repeat offender and proud of it. I rewear my clothes, so I'm sure you'll see this dress in a later post or another video. Found this video helpful, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Also, make sure you subscribe and join the tribe. Feel free to share with me any ideas that you have or any questions that you have about sustainability. It'll be my pleasure to answer them. And until my next video, remember to stay conscious and chic. Bye.